As we kick off Week 15, Titans head coach Mike Vrabel looks to defeat the team that drafted him. It's the Titans on the road against the Steelers. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
"22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Steelers here ready to go to work for the first time. And the grizzled vet, Ben Roethlisberger, bringing him out now in his 18th season in the National Football League.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. Threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Ficken's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 25 carries, 95 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Now Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you You only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands, meaning if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 135 yards, big game. From the 39, Tannehill looking deep for Julio.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here we go. Waiting!
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Stop short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Tannehill now to throw. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw here, Roethlisberger. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Able to fight through one tackle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. That is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Play action. It's Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Yeah, that's a pretty throw right there. It's man coverage on the left side of the field, and this is some really good footwork by his receiver. Able to create some space at the top of his route, and the ball's delivered right on time.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Tannehill throwing again. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he gets it down to the 32.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now out come the Steelers. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Open man. Completes it to Claypool. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Second and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now Tannehill. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
7 yards, the pickup there. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it again with Henry. Stiff-armed him. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's third and long. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Let's go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Third and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
All right, now, flat 20. I got you. I got you. 50 back is there.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first down, Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Roethlisberger toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Derrick Henry. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Berkshire, the tight end. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down. A 1st down carry for Henry. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. A strong running. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Henry. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 103 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Off the option, here's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
For the point after, Sam Ficken. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Johnson now returning. And able to get this out to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a fourth down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
They deciding it's going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Tennessee offense set to go again. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To throw is Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Tannehill to throw. Throw left side to his tight end, Swain. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing Tannehill. He's got Henry, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Now Tannehill. And that's complete to Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is going to be pulled one-handed. Wow.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Extra point by Fickett, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now here's Johnson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So Big Ben and the Steelers now down 24-17. 35 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Here's Ben. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
You see me? You
Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ben going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. One last shot for Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Titans, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco